in just a few hours, a new exclusive election forecast will be released by our partners at The Hill and Decision Desk HQ, forecasting where both presidential candidates stand nationally among voters and on the issues, as well as what's at stake on Capitol Hill between the House and the Senate. This is a big deal. So joining us for more insights, I'd like to welcome in Blake Burman, moderator of The Hill and chief Washington correspondent. Blake, it's good to see you. I know this is top secret. Even in our morning meeting, they would not say what these numbers are. So it's going to be, I feel like, well, we're going to talk about it, but I know you can't tell us too much.
You're not getting them out of me right now, just not
yet. I
yet.
can try to finagle them out of you, Blake. We know, though, obviously, at the top of the ticket, are the Dems getting that post-convention boost that was expected, or is it more or less than predicted? Can you at least tell us that?
A couple things here. First off, remember, Nichole, this comes from our partners at Decision Desk HQ. There's the difference between polling, right? Nationally, you sample somewhere around 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 people. In the individual states, you poll 400, 500, 600, whatever it is, depending on the size. And that's the polling, right? And that gives us a pretty good feel, a pretty good idea of where things are across the country and in a handful or in several of these states. That's the polling, but then there's the probability. What is the chance of actually winning? And at times that doesn't necessarily match up with the polling because other factors are in play, right? As it relates to, let's just say, voter registration, fundraising, so on and so forth, on down the line. This model was in play and then got put on hold because we know that there are two different races, right? The Joe Biden, Donald Trump race. And once that happened, DDHQ put that on hold. And now the brand new race that we've seen unfold here in the last 35 days, 36 days between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. So that's going to be the start of what we're going to get to later tonight is what is the probability right now of Kamala Harris winning, of Donald Trump winning and in some of these states. So that's what we'll lay out tonight. And as it relates to the post-convention bounce, I mean, look, it's just, what is it now, 3 days since the convention. And one of the things that I still think we need to work our way through is Robert F. Kennedy Jr., right? Over the last, in this century, really since 2000, Nichole, the post-convention bounce has been at around 2.5%. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was running at 2.7%. So might Donald Trump pick some of that up after the convention? We'll see. As you know, that all sort of played out within 12 hours of each other last week. So just some of what we're going to be diving into later when these numbers are released.
Yeah, and a good point. When RFK Jr. Put his campaign on hold and now endorsed the former president. I mean, that happened on Friday. So the next day after the end of the convention, we're all now talking about that. And so, so many things come into play here, Blake. You mentioned fundraising, but, so we're hearing from both sides that it really feels like this race has shifted. But what does that actually mean when it comes to real world, the hard numbers, the actual data?
The data is clear. The race has shifted. Donald Trump was comfortably beating Joe Biden in that iteration of the presidential race. And what the numbers are showing right now is sort of what we're hearing out there, which is that this is a much, much closer race right now between those two on your screen there. And what we're going to get into later this evening is just how close is this, put Trump and Harris's name in a bag, close your eyes and pick out a name. It's almost there right now, Nichole, but obviously the data gets much more granular and sort of gives us a better idea of how things have been moving, where they've been shifting.
Well, and my last question for you, Blake, how much is each side paying attention to the polling at this point, especially because we know it can be right and it can also ultimately be wrong?
Yeah, it's an interesting question because, I was speaking with the Battleground States Director last week, Dan Cannon, and on the Hill, and the Harris campaign is making the case that they are the underdogs. And we even heard this from Tim Walz during his speech on Wednesday night at the DNC. His analogy was they're down, Democrats a field goal, but they're driving, right? And so the narrative that you're getting out of the Democrats is we're the underdogs, we're down, we're losing. The question is that reality or is that purely messaging?
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.